folks, we are going to just do some quick review for our test on colonization. So, there are going to be four little videos, and I'm hoping that they help with anything that you're not quite sure on. So, the first thing we're going to be looking at will be the motivations for colonization of the Americas and other places, as well as some of the tools in schools. So, when we're talking about motivations, remember motivation means why. Why are these people doing this? Or why on earth did Europeans take to the seas? This was dangerous stuff. Like they didn't do it just for fun. And there were four reasons. And remember, it's GGGT. So, think real quick if you can figure that out on your own. Otherwise, here they are. We've got God, specifically the Christian God. They wanted to spread religion. Gold, they wanted to get rich. Glory, they wanted, power and fame for themselves, like, oh, I'm the guy who discovered this place, and also for their country, to have their country be the one that discovered a place. And then the T is trade. Okay, trade routes. There were ways to get new places. They were looking for ways to get new places, which kind of ties into the other three. So this is my incredibly non-scientific graph of European learning, and this kind of gets into how they were able to do this stuff. Okay, because remember we started out in ancient Greece. Okay, they started out knowing some things and then started zero and kept learning, and then the ancient Romans took over and learning continued. And then remember at that collapse of the Roman Empire, everything just tanked and we forgot some things. We weren't learning new things. Science and learning weren't really a big deal. And then the Renaissance hit. And okay, look, now we're learning again. People are interested in learning new ideas and coming up with new ways to solve problems. And that gets into a whole bunch of these new tools that made exploration actually possible. Okay, we've got the compass, which was actually invented in the 1200s, 1300s, and it points toward magnetic north. So now, hey, I can tell which way I'm facing, even if it's, I don't know the stars or even if I can't see the sun. And then along came an astrolabe, which uses the horizon, the sun, and the stars, and it lets you tell longitude, not latitude. So you can't tell how far east or west you are, but you can tell how far north or south you are. Map making, again, all that new learning meant there was an interest in all kinds of learning, including map making, which is called cartography. And then the last one is it's a little more than a tool. It's a vehicle. It's a caravel, which was is a small by our standards and even small by some later Renaissance ships, but it was bigger than what they had, and it had better sails and a rear rudder, and it was faster and it could sail against the wind. I mean, you couldn't go straight into the wind, but you could kind of plot a course back and forth by using these more advanced, better quality sails. So, the first person we're going to talk about is this guy named Prince Henry the Navigator, and he is quite a looker over here. Let's look at this guy. Hey, Prince Henry. All right. He was a Portuguese prince, so, had some money to throw around. And so he became a patron of navigation. If you remember, the word patron means a person who supports something financially. So the thing he chose to support was navigation. He funded or gave money to start and to keep running these navigation schools where people learned how to use all those tools and learned how to actually navigate. And he helped Portugal become an early leader in exploration. Like Portugal is a little tiny country. If you look at it on a map, not very big. But because of him and these schools that he founded, Portugal became a pretty big explorer and colonist. So that is it for this video. If you have any questions, feel free to ask.